Hello, baseball fans, and welcome back to BBSN. And this evening, we will be doing another feature game from the Payoff Pitch 1969 alternate reality replay. And tonight's game features the Minnesota Twins visiting the Kansas City Royals. And just got done watching a little football on Al Red Sox Fans channel. And if you haven't checked that out, I want to give a shout out to Al. Go ahead and give him a look and a subscription. He does football, baseball, and even some boxing, which personally is my favorite on his channel, because if you listen to his announcing style, it's like listening to a fight back in the old days on the radio. Very good channel, and again, Al Red Sox fan, give him a look and won't be disappointed. So for tonight's game, our starting lineups. First off, for your visiting Minnesota Twins, leading off playing center field, Cesar Tovar. Batting second at second base, a very young and still very productive Rod Carew. In right field and batting third, Tony Oliva. And the Storm and Mormon at third base, batting cleanup, Harmon Killebrew. Rich Reese will be at first and hit fifth. Ted Ulander gets a start in left field tonight, batting sixth. Leo Cardenas is at shortstop, batting seventh. And veteran Johnny Roseboro will be catching and hitting eighth. And pitching tonight for the Twins will be Jim Perry. And Perry in 1969 had a very solid season, 20-6 with a 2.82 ERA over 36 starts. And for your hometown Kansas City Royals, leading off and playing right field, Pat Kelly, the speedster, hitting second, and manning the hot corner tonight, Joe Foy. Sweet Lou Piniella hits third and will be in left. Bob Oliver is hitting cleanup at center field. Playing first base and batting fifth, Mike Fiore. Batting sixth and playing second base, Jerry Adair. Behind the plate, Ellie Rodriguez. Hitting eighth and playing shortstop, Jackie Hernandez. And pitching tonight for the Royals will be Roger Nelson. And Nelson had a rough 1969, going 7-13 with a 3.31 ERA. So Perry and the Twins will definitely be favored tonight. And again, not only for Perry's pitching, but the Twins have a very tough lineup, especially the first four spots. So we'll see how this one shakes out, and we'll be ready for the first pitch. And just got to get situated here as Cesar Tovar steps in. And as I commonly neglect to do with Payoff Pitch, is get my pitcher hitting cards out. Because my other current project, the Strat Time Machine project, I'm using the DH, so I invariably overlook this, but we are ready to go. And Cesar Tovar, the batter, and starts it out with a defense check right away, and be using the fast action cards for runner advancement and defense checks. So the roll of 7, that's pretty much going to be an error or a hit, no matter how the fast action card plays out. And defense check will be an error on second base, and that will be on Jerry Adair, who is a 4. And as you can see on the chart here, that is a very good fielder, but a 0-7. And he has no opportunity to come up with that. Boots it, and E4. And Tovar with an 11 will not run, and again using the automated steal system. So here by their steal rating, that first digit you see, the 6, basically will be their jump. So if roll a 6 or less on the 2-die 10 and they get on base, If second base is open, they will be running, and of course the steal rating is a B next to it. So Tovar on at first on the air, and up next will be Rod Carew. And 5 is in play. That's going to be a fly out to left field, 1 down. Tony Oliva up next. And 7 will be Tough. And 44 versus the righty. That's going to be a single. And runner on first. It'll be a sharp liner into center field. And runner on first will stop at second. So Oliva with a single. And Tovar remains at second base. 1 down, 2 on. For the cleanup batter, Killebrew. And 9 will be Patient. And 64, and that's going to be a walk. So the killer draws the base on balls, and right away the Twins have the bases loaded and threatening big time against Nelson in the first. Only 1 down, and Rich Reese is the batter. And that will be Patient. It's going to be out of range. And that'll be a fly out to center field. And on the runner advancement there, we can attempt to score with Tovar from third on a coach's choice. And I think we are going to do that. As Tovar is an 8 and center fielder, Oliver has an 8 arm. So 8 or less, and he scores easily on the sac fly from Reese. So that will be an RBI, and our first run of the game is unearned as Tovar crosses the plate. Runners now on first and second for the lefty Tad Uhlaender. And that's going to be Patient, and that will be a fly out to right field. So after a rough start, Nelson gets out of it, but he does give up an unearned run thanks to the error by Adair. And that will end it for the Twins in the top of the first inning. Jim Perry takes the mound for the Twins, and Pat Kelly. It's been a long day, folks. Pat Kelly will lead it off here for the Royals in the bottom of the first inning. And Wheelhouse right off the bat, and that's going to be out of range though, and ground ball to third base. So 5-3, Kelly is down, Killebrew with the play. Jill Foy the batter. And Patient, and that is going to be a single for Foy. And 2 die 6 of 6, and Foy is going to try and steal. And he is a C rating, and behind the plate for the Twins, Roseboro has a rating of 3. So 3C will be in column 3, meaning we need a die roll of 43 to 99 to be safe. And Roseboro double clutches. You can hear that rattling around, and of course an 83 will not get him. That's what he gets for dropping the ball, aka dice on the floor. So stolen base for Foy. And the Royals have a runner on second. They're looking to get right back in this, Sweet Lou Piniella. And that's going to be in play. And 33, just out of range versus the right-hander. Would have been hit against the lefty, but ground ball back to the pitcher. And Foy will hold at second base. And 2 down with the cleanup batter, Bob Oliver up now. Perry winds, delivers, in play, 73 will be a fly out to center. And the threat goes by the wayside as we're through 1 full inning here. And our score, Twins 1, Royals 0. And shortstop Leo Cardenas will lead it off for the Twins in the top of the second inning. Pitch from Nelson, tough. And 55 will be a single. So Nelson making his pitches, but the Twins getting on him, and 2-6 is a 4, and just out of Cardenas' range, so he will not steal. Johnny Roseboro, the batter. And ballpark, and 93 will be in play at Municipal Stadium. And 05, and Roseboro with the double, or single, sorry. Yeah. No, double, single. Jeez. And that'll be a single up the middle, and a runner on first will stop at second. So 2 on and nobody out. And that brings up the pitcher. And Perry is going to sacrifice here. And his rating is a B. So 11-90 will be a sacrifice hit. And easily advances the runners. And that'll be third over to second covering. So 5-3 on the sack. And runners now on second, third, 1 down, top of the order. And Cesar Tovar, the batter. That's going to be tough, and 43. And that's going to be a ground ball to third base. And runners will hold on that. Grounder to the left side, so 2 down now. Runners on second, third for Rod Carew. And tough, 19, struck him out. So Nelson comes up big. Runners in scoring position and only 1 out, and he manages to extricate himself from this predicament as we will go to the bottom of the second inning with Twins holding a 1-0 lead, and Mike Fiore leads it off for the hometowners. Pitch from Perry, and that's going to be in play, and that will be a ground ball back to the pitcher. So 1-3, Perry to Reese, 1 down. Jerry Adair in play, and that'll be a ground ball to shortstop. So Cardenas takes care of Adair, 2 down, and Ellie Rodriguez, the catcher, the batter. And here's the pitch, and that'll be a defensive check. Roll is a 12, and this will be a base runner regardless. So let's see who this is on. And defense check is a range at first base, and range Reese is a B, but of course a 12 will be well under that. So Rodriguez with the 2-out single. Just making sure that is the hit on the fact chart, and it is indeed. So Jackie Hernandez now. 2 down for the shortstop. And that's going to be an in play. It'll be a fly out to left field. And that ends it in the bottom of the second here. So we go to the top of the third. And again, the Twins still lead, 1-0. Tony Oliva, the batter. And Oliva hit .335 against right-handed pitchers in 1969. Nelson kicks, fires, and that's tough, 27. And that is going to be a double for Oliva. So living up to that prop there I gave him prior to the at-bat. Stands at second for Harmon Killebrew. And it'll be an in play. And 68 will be a fly ball to center field. 1 down, runner holds. Rich Reese, the batter. 3, ballpark, and 25 versus the righty. And this is a big left field area. That will be in play. 1-10 for the wheelhouse there, which Reese would have liked, but instead he settles for a single. And coming around third is Oliva, and single into the gap in center field. The runner on second only advances one base. So that was a short blooper, and it cannot get a leave of home. Runners at the corners, one down for Ted Ulander. And 6 is in play, and 29, and that's going to be a single. So Oliva comes home. And grounder up the middle. A runner on first goes to second. So Reese will stop there. And Ulander with the RBI, and the Twins lead at 2-0. And Leo Cardenas, the batter. Nelson fires. 4 is tough. And that's going to be a fly out to left field. So 2 down as the runners hold, and Johnny Roseboro, who singled in his first time up. 9 will be patient, and 70 or 57. And that is going to be out of range. Ground ball to shortstop. So Hernandez takes care of Roseboro, but the Twins add another. And we head to the bottom of the third with the Twinkies holding a 2-0 lead. So leading it off here will be the pitcher Nelson. And still early in the game, 2-0, not insurmountable. We're going to let him hit. And 8 is going to be tough. That will definitely be a strikeout. If you played the game enough, you know on a pitcher's hitting card and a tough, it's pretty much always going to be a strikeout, as most all of them go 1 to 99. And top of the order, Pat Kelly. Perry, tough again, and that will be out of range though, and that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. So Cardenas takes care of that, and it's 2 quick outs. Joe Foy. Joe Foy singled his first time up and stole second. And 4 is going to be in play, 38, and that will be a ground ball back to the pitcher. And Perry takes care of that, and we have our first 1-2-3 inning of the game. And the Royals are a victim of that, so we'll go to the top of the 4th, and our score is 2-0 Twins. And coming off that solid 1-2-3 outing in the bottom of the 3rd, Jim Perry will lead it off for us. And 8 is going to be in play. It's going to be a fly ball to center field, 1 down. Top of the order, Cesar Tovar. And they want to keep him off base at all costs. He has wheels. 45 stolen bases. And 4 is going to be tough, and 19. And that's going to be a double. So Tovar ropes that into the gap. And it's finally run down out in center field by Oliver, but Tovar is standing at second with a 1-out double. And Rod Carew comes to the plate. The runner in scoring position. Carew has flown out to left field and whiffed in his first 2 appearances. And in play, and that is going to be a ground ball to shortstop. So Carew goes down, and Tovar holds at second base. Tony Oliva. And Oliva has singled and doubled, scored a run in the 3rd. As the Twins are working through their order here, tough. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. So the double by Tovar does not come back to haunt Nelson. And we are through 3.5, with the Twins still holding a 2-0 lead. And Jim Perry coming off a very solid 3rd inning, back on the mound for the visiting Twin City 9, as Sweet Lou Piniella steps up. And 4 is in play, and that is going to be a fly ball to right field, 1 down. Piniella, when he was with the Royals, the story goes, once made the final out of the game and was so upset with himself, he continued right down the first base line through the bullpen, out of the stadium, and actually jogged home wearing his uniform. So that's a defensive check, and 14 will be bad news again. Defense check there is going to be an error on the shortstop. which will be Cardenas, and Cardenas is a 3, and of course 14, no matter what, will be an error there. And the error will be a 1 base. So Oliver, E6. Is each team with an error now, and some spotty play in the field. 1 down, Fiore the batter. And 8 is tough, and 0-2, he's going to strike him out. And that is the second strikeout of the game for Perry, and there are now 2 outs. And Jerry Adair the batter. And anything that happens now will be unearned. 5 will be tough, and that is going to be a fly out to center field. So the error does not come back to haunt the Twins, and we are through 4. And score Minnesota 2, KC 0. Heading to the top of the 5th inning. And Harmon Killebrew. And Killer has walked and flown out to center field in his 2 plate appearances today. So Nelson kicks and deals, and tough. And that is going to be a ground ball to shortstop. So 6-3, Killebrew's retired. Rich Reese the batter. Reese hit a sacrifice fly in the first that plated a run and singled his last time up. And pitches patient, 36. And that's going to be a single for Reese. So Reese, his second hit of the day. And 2-6 of 9, he will stay put. And Ted Ulander, the batter. And bottom half of this Twins order is producing today. 9 will be patient, and 59. It's going to be out of range, and that'll be a ground ball to shortstop. Double play rating is 9. Ulander is a 5, and Nelson is an 8. So that will turn into a fielder's choice. Ulander now at first base. And I do not think I talked about this. It should have been a house cleaning item at the beginning of the game. But doing some tweaking with the double plays this game. If the double play rating on the 2-6 is above either the pitcher or the batter's rating, but equal to or below the other, rather than doing a fielder's choice as is the case or is defined by the rules. I thought the double play percentage was a little bit too low. So if that situation does occur, I'll be using the runner advancement chart of the using the 2-10 roll on a coach's choice. So in that scenario, basically a roll of 1 to 45, the double play would be completed, and 46 to 99 would be a fielder's choice. And again, that's only if the 2-6 is between the 2 double play ratings, which was not the case there. So back to action, in play, and 37. And that'll be out of range for Cardenas, and that's going to be a pop-up to third base. And Foy will put that one away. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and still 2-0 Twins. Jim Perry back on the mound, and catcher Ellie Rodriguez the batter. Perry having a fine outing this far, and 10 is ballpark, and again versus the right-handed pitcher, that's going to be in play. This is tough to crank one out here, and municipal to the left field side. And 22, it's going to be a single, and out of steal range, but Rodriguez leads off the 5th inning, and that's his second hit of the day. Hernandez the batter. There he kicks, deals, and 7 will be in play. 73 will be a fly out to center field. Runner holds. And pitcher's up, and we're going to let him swing away. Well, actually, let's have him sacrifice. He is a C. And 85, and that will be a sacrifice hit. And that's going to be to the first baseman, so first to second there. So 3-4 on the sack. And Rodriguez to second, 2 down, and top of the order coming up. Pat Kelly looking to get the Royals on the board here. Has a runner in scoring position. See if he's clutch. In play, and 41 will not be. That's a ground ball down to first base. And Reese is going to take that himself unassisted. So we are through 5. And Perry is spinning a gem at the moment as the Twins lead 2-0. And for the visiting Twins, veteran Johnny Roseboro, the 36-year-old warhorse, leads off the inning. And that's going to be in play. And Roseboro, that's his second hit of the day, a single. And his old bones are going nowhere as Perry comes up, and Perry is going to sacrifice. And 54, that will be a successful sacrifice. And that's going to be back to the pitcher. So Roseboro to second, 1-3 on the putout. And 1 down, runner in scoring position for Cesar Tovar. And Tovar today has reached on an error and scored, grounded out to third, and doubled back in the fourth. In play, 2. And that's going to be another double. So coming in to score easily is Roseboro. Even he doesn't have to run too hard for that. And Tovar, his second double of the day, and he has an RBI. It is now 3-0. And there's going to be some rattling down there in the Kansas City bullpen as Rod Carew steps up. And 7 is going to be tough. That's out of range. Fly ball to center field. Runner holds. 2 down, runner on second. Tony Oliva the batter. And in the Royals bullpen, the southpaw Tom Bergmeyer is loosening up. So we will expect to see him at some point today. And pitch to Oliva. And 10 is patient, and 56 just out of range there. And that's going to be a fly out to left field. So Nelson gets out of it, but not before the Twins played another. And they now lead at 3-0. Heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. And Joe Foy steps in to lead it off for KC. Perry gets a sign, pitch. Defensive check, and 12 is going to be another error or hit. It's going to be an error check on second base, which of course is Rod Carew, and he is a 3, but a 12 does not matter. So second error of the day for the Twins as Foy is on base, E4. And 2-6 is a 3. Foy runs. He stole 37 bases, and his jump number is a 7. So he will be trying to steal here. And he's already stolen successfully once today. Roseboro with the 3 arms, so 3C. And 0-5. And that is going to be a stolen base plus E2. So we got to do an error check there. And Roseboro's E rating is a 2. So 1 to 51 is an error here. And yep. So Foy still second, and E2 is going to make him end up at third. So comedy of errors here. Reaches first on an error, goes to third on another. So Lou Piniella steps up, and he has a run 90 feet away now. And 8 is going to be tough. And struck him out. So a big strikeout there for Perry. He says, let me take matters into my own hands. And Bob Oliver will be the batter. Let's see if he can get another. And 6 is going to be patient, and this is going to be a 90. It'll be out of range. That'll be G6. And runner on third is a 7. So he will come home, as they were not attempting to hold him with the infield in. So 6-3 RBI, and that is an unearned run. Charge to Perry. Nelson also has an unearned run today. So base is empty and there are 2 outs. Mike Fiore the batter. And the Royals have cut the lead in half. 4 is in play, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Crew up with it and over to Reese, and the inning is over. So we've completed 6 innings, and your score, the Twins 2 and Royals 1. And coming to bat to lead off the top of the 7th for the Twins will be Harmon Killebrew. And Nelson's fatigue rating is an 8, so he can get through this inning with no penalty, which will work out good. And hopefully his spot will come up in the bottom of the inning. I'll pinch hit for him. 10 is patient, and that's going to be well out of range there. Fly out to left field, 1 down. Rich Reese, the batter. Pitch from Nelson, and 9, patient. And that will be a walk. So Nelson's second base on balls issued today as Ted Ulander steps up. Ulander, he is 1 for 3 today. He has an RBI single back in the 3rd. And wheelhouse, and Ulander gets all of that deep to left field and into the 4th row. Piniella took 3 or 4 steps back and watched it go. A 2-run shot, and that's a big one. That gives the Twins a 4-1 lead as Ulander's first home run of the year. And that is definitely going to be the end for Nelson. I'm going to let him try and get out of this inning, though. And 7 will be a tough, and that is a 781. Fly out to center field, so 2 down. Johnny Roseboro up. Roseboro's had a good day at the plate. He is 2 for 3, scored a run. Pitch from Nelson. And tough, 49. And just out of range there, that'll be a fly ball to left. So, inning over, but the big blow struck by Ulander, a 2-run shot into the left field bleachers, plates Reese, who had drawn a base on balls ahead of him. And we head to our 7th inning stretch now with the score Twins 4, Royals 1. As Jim Perry takes a mound and enjoys the last few strains of the crowd singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Bergmeyer is going to be the next pitcher up for the Royals, and the pitcher spot is due up 4th in this inning, so they are hoping that they can get to that, and that way they can pinch hit for Nelson and not have to limit Bergmeyer to a single inning on the assumption that he's going to pitch okay. So 6 is patient and 29, and that'll do it as Adair singles, so the pitcher spot will come up barring double play as Ellie Rodriguez steps up to the plate. Adair with the lead. And 11 is tough, 82 out of range. It's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Double play rating is outside of both. So that will be a 6-4 to retire Adair, and they could not turn it to get Rodriguez at first as he's on with the fielder's choice. 1 down, 1 on, and Jackie Hernandez the batter. Perry winds, and 8 is going to be tough. 99 will be a fly out to left field. So 2 down, and we have the pitcher spot coming up now. And Mr. Nelson will be shown the showers. And Luis Alcaraz will be the pinch hitter. Alcaraz hit .250 against righties. And Perry will look to get out of this without any more damage. And we are ready to go. Alcaraz is limbered up, steps into the box, Perry the pitch, and tough. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. And Crew is up with that, over to Reese, and Perry's out of the inning. So we are done with 7 innings here today. And the Twins hold a fairly comfortable 4-1 lead. I always hate saying that because invariably late inning heroics happen. So we'll see if that holds true today. As Bergmeyer gets set to pitch. And first batter he faces will be his nemesis Perry. And 4 is going to be tough. It's going to be a strikeout. No need to even look at the card on that. Back to the top of the order, Cesar Tovar. Tovar today has scored a run, has 2 doubles and a ribby. And 7 is going to be in play, and 37 for Tovar, out of range. It's going to be a pop-up to shortstop. So F6, and Cesar goes down. Rod Crew, the batter. Crew, and one of the few Twins that has not had any success today. He is 0 for 4 and struck out once. And the pitch from Bergmeyer will be in play, 94. Fly out to right. So that streak continues. 1, 2, 3 for Tom. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. And it'll be the top of the order for the Royals here. And Jim Perry back on the mound. The pitch in play, and that's going to be a single for Kelly. And he will not try and steal. So the Royals in business right away here in the bottom of the 8th inning as Joe Foy steps up. And that's going to be a patient. And that is going to be a walk. So Foy draws a base on balls. And that is Perry's first walk of the ball game. So nobody out, 2 runners on. Sweet Lou Piniella, the batter. Can he make something happen? The pitch. 5 is tough. And Piniella singles, and that's a sharp liner to center field. All runners advance 1 base. So the sacks are jacked as Sweet Lou singles up the middle. And in the Twins bullpen, Ron Peronowski, the closer, is getting up quickly to limber up as the go-ahead run now is at the plate in the form of Bob Oliver, the pitch. Tough, 84. And that is going to be a ground ball to shortstop. DP rating of 8 for Oliver. DP rating of 9 for Perry. And they are going to let the run score and take the outs. So 6-4-3. And Kelly comes in to score. No RBI there. And Foy moves over to third for Mike Fiore. Our score is now 4-2. Perry looking to get out of this without further damage. And in play, 97 will be a fly out to right field. He does so. So bases loaded, no outs, and the Royals can only score 1 run. So Perry breathes a sigh of relief as he heads off the mound. As we head to the 9th inning, our score is 4-2 Twins. And Tony Oliva looking for some insurance here against Bergmeyer, who starts his 2nd inning of work. And the pitch, lefty on lefty, and that's going to be a ballpark. That'll be an in play. A little bit more space for a left-handed batter. We're a bit still in play here. And 69 will be a ground ball to short. So 6-3. We'll leave it down, and Harmon Killebrew steps up. Killebrew has walked and been quiet since then, flown out twice, grounded out to shortstop. And Patient. And 63, and Killebrew. He will wait the pitchers out. That's his second walk of the ball game. And the big man is not going anywhere in terms of trying to steal. As Rich Reese steps up. Another lefty-lefty matchup. And 2 is going to be Wheelhouse, and Reese takes this one deep, deep and gone. Way back into the right field seats. And no sense even giving chase to that. Kelly just watched it go. And another big blow, and that probably will put the game out of reach, as that is the second home run of the day for the visiting Twins. And that's a big blow, makes the score 6-2 here in the top of the 9th. 2 RBIs for Rich. And again, we have business in the Royals bullpen as Ted Eulander steps up. And 12 in play, and that's going to be a single for Eulander. And Johnny Roseborough, the batter. And Bergmeyer will be fatigued if he allows one more run here. 5 in play, 35. That's just going to be out of range. That'll be a ground ball to first base. And 5 in play or in range for the double play on both pitcher and batter's card. So that will end at 3-6-3 on the double play. As Eulander is erased at second, but the Twins get 2 much-needed insurance runs here in the top of the 9th inning. And that makes the score heading to the bottom half. Minnesota 6 and KC 2. And Jim Perry is going to stay out there and try and complete this. Ron Peranowski is ready if needed in the bullpen. So Leo Cardenas will be the first batter. Whoops, and apparently Cardenas is trying to get a mid-game trade. Not sure how that happened, but squelch that one. Jerry Adair will try and get things going here in the bottom of the 9th. I'm imitating my buddy Chris over at Strat-O-Matic, Delaware on that. 4 is going to be in play, and 0-1 will be a double for Adair. So there is life here. And Ellie Rodriguez, the batter. I'm going to ride this out with Perry in play, and that's a 96, and that'll be a fly out to the left. Runner holds, 1 down. Jackie Hernandez, the batter. 10, ballpark, and that's going to be in play. 33, just out of range. That'll be a pop-up to third base. Killebrew puts that one away. So 2 down, and we will need another pinch hitter here. And coming in is going to be Chuck Harrison. And Harrison will look to keep this inning alive. He hit 229 against right-handers. And unfortunately is about the best thing that the Royals have on their bench at this point. So they're going to rely on a banjo hitter to try and keep this inning going here. And Jim Perry says that's all right with me. He winds up, pitches. 5 is tough, and 4 is strikeout. So, in style, Perry ends the game as Harrison goes down fanned. The Royals do get a leadoff double, but cannot get anything else going as Perry finishes strong. So our final score today, the Twins 6 and the Royals 2. Perry with a complete game victory. Two big blows on the Twins side were a pair of 2-run home runs. First by Ted Uhlaender in the 7th inning, and then in the 9th to put this game on ice, Rich Reese followed up with another 2-run blast, which scored Harmon Killebrew, who had walked for the second time, in front of him. So Twins, Royals tried to keep it close, but the big bats of Minnesota finally put it away in the last 3 innings. And we hope you've enjoyed today's feature game. And until next time, keep rolling and have a good night.